Joilton Lutterbach missed weight. He cannot earn points here. He's just looking for the extra check, Kenny Florian, but he's still a problem.
That's right. And again, this is for pride as well. He doesn't want to go out on a loss, and what a win it would be if he's able to get her over Clay Collard.
Lutterbach has got an awkward style. He does keep his chin up high. He keeps his hands out, almost old school bare knuckle style. When he lands some great kicks, and that unorthodox style could be his advantage.
And his opponent, Clay Collard, extremely well-rounded fighter. He took, as Randy mentioned, he took time during the break because of the pandemic into the boxing world. He had 6 boxing fights.
Man, while the rest of us were happily sitting on our couches, maybe eating popcorn.
If you are looking for futures odds on champions, by the way, before his fight with Anthony Pettis, Clay Collard was at plus 15,000.
Wow. Wow.
He is now tied for best odds in the lightweight division at right around plus 400.
Wow.
Man.
$1,800 tequila, tail of the tape. They're both 28, they're both 6 feet tall. One guy didn't make weight, the other one did. Joilton Lutterbach, slight reach advantage in the legs. Lillian Garcia, let's get him going.
The PFL $6 million pursuit continues. And now we shift back to the lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Standing at 6 feet tall, he weighs in officially 159.5 pounds. In 44 professional fights, this veteran has an impressive record of 34 wins, 9 losses, and 1 no contest, with 24 victories by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Dusseldorf, Germany, here is Joilton Lutterbach. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a striker. Standing at 6 feet tall, he weighs in officially 155.75 pounds. In 28 professional fights, he has a record of 19 wins, 8 losses, and 1 no contest, with 13 victories by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Burley, Idaho, here is Cassius Clay Collard. Your referee in charge, Gary Copeland.
Gary Copeland, equipped with our ref cam inside our PFL smart cage. Clay Collard, red and black trunks. Joilton Lutterbach, Brazilian by way of Germany, in the black and gray. 2 tall lightweights, both of them cracking 6 feet.
Clay said he really wanted to make sure that he dominated the center of the cage and that he didn't chase Lutterbach. He didn't want to give him some easy takedowns.
Collard ducked under a big looping hook there from Lutterbach. They both kicked each other in the low legs. We've seen that pay some dividends tonight on the card. Will it happen here? Nice jab there from Collard. Slip, grip, uppercut to the body. Lutterbach with a takedown here.
Collard walked into that one.
Yes, he
a little
did.
too much forward pressure.
I have watched Clay Collard fight since the very early days on the regional scene. We both came up in Utah. He a lot younger than me, obviously. But this guy is far from being a slouch anywhere on the ground, including off his back. I've seen him win fights off of his back, but that is a big lightweight on top of you in Joilton Lutterbach.
He's doing a good job of destabilizing Joilton with that butterfly guard. He's trying to get underneath him. Now trying to get back to his feet. Lutterbach, this is his move.
Choke.
This is very, very tight.
That is a tight choke. Clay Collard in trouble here.
He's out. I think he's out.
No, he's still moving. He's pushing on the arm, the top arm of Joilton Lutterbach. Lutterbach squeezing.
Trying to adjust. Now he's out.
Collard is out. Survives that tight choke attempt by Joilton Lutterbach. Body shot from the top there.
Oh, wow. Kick to the body.
More body shots from Clay Collard. Upset by the near submission there from Joilton Lutterbach.
Clay is as game as they come.
I've also seen that from Clay Collard. It occasionally takes him some time to get woken up in a fight. You know, he gets into a big exchange, whether it's grappling or striking, and after that he's got a point to prove, as once again Joilton Lutterbach takes Clay Collard down.
Clay again getting his feet into the fight. He used those long, strong levers. Now he's scrambling, using that fence. He's going to come back up to his feet.
Clay just needs to calm down a little bit more. It seems like he's pursuing a little bit too much. That's something he did not want to do. Might be getting a little bit too emotional out there against Lutterbach.
Lutterbach just leaning in to Clay Collard, pinning his upper body against the smart cage. Collard able to grab the underhook. Nice exchange from Lutterbach as he dives back down on the legs.
Back in.
And to Lutterbach's credit, I mean, he's timing these things beautiful as well. It's not like he's not doing good takedowns. He's timing and level changing beautifully here against Clay Collard.
What's smart to stay right there in his face and in his space, and not let him reset and get back out to striking range.
Joilton Lutterbach coming off a loss, but it was by the narrowest of margins, a razor-thin margin between himself and Raush Manfio in his first regular season fight. And all the pressure on this fight really is just about getting that second check. It's not about nerves. It's not about making the playoffs. He knows that missing weight took that away from him. So he's just got to put on a solid performance and earn a spot, hopefully, in PFL Season 4.
Now, sometimes that just takes the pressure off you. You can just let it go and do what it is you're trying to do.
Claressa Shields, minutes away from her mixed martial arts debut. World champion boxer in 3 different weight classes, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, stepping into a cage for the first time tonight. Nice work here by Lutterbach.
This is not the fight that Clay wanted. He didn't want to get into these grappling exchanges, and Lutterbach has done a good job getting those underhooks, getting those takedowns, and making it a ground fight here.
Smart tactics by Lutterbach. Take the boxer out of his area of strength.
Here at the close of round number 1, brief separation, and round 2 next. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian, round 2, lightweight action in a co-main event. Clay Collard in the red and black, Joilton Lutterbach, and the FPR score favoring Lutterbach there. Close, tight submission. That scores well in our FPR algorithm. I know because I helped formulate it. Another takedown there from Lutterbach. This time, Collard more successful on the sprawl and the get-up. Still double unders for Lutterbach. Now Collard off the cage. Big leg kick. Chasing down Joilton Lutterbach.
If he is going to chase him or at least pursue him like that, he's got to lower his level a little bit more. He can't get too upright. That's where Joilton's going to be able to level change. Nice knee attempt there from Lutterbach.
I agree 100%, Ken. He's got to bend his knees a little bit more and be able to sprawl and then shoots and stuff that shot.
Yep.
You stuff one of those and he'll lose confidence in his ability to transition to that.
Lutterbach staying outside of Clay Collard's range. Body shot does land. Leg kick as well. Lutterbach retreating, at least for now. Clay Collard has to fight the temptation to chase, because that's when Lutterbach times the takedown.
Lutterbach, an interesting kid, decided to take his wife's last name. Said, there's enough Brazilian last names out there. I'm going to take my wife's German last name to set myself apart a little bit.
Oh
my gosh.
Big body kicks there
Looks like his leg might be compromised.
Clay Collard threw a pair of kicks to the ribs of Lutterbach as he was prone on the cage. Nice right hand lands there from Lutterbach. And another. Collard has been competing in combat sports since he took up boxing and wrestling at the age of 5. There's really nothing that gets him emotional or scared or even really feeling crazy in a fight.
That left hand, that was solid.
Body kick to follow it up.
And Lutterbach showed off his chin against Manfio as well. I mean, he's got a rock solid chin.
Oh, another left hand from Clay Collard, who's now feeling it a little bit. Just over 2 minutes remaining. There's the body lock and a toss from Joilton Lutterbach. Clay Collard goes right to the hands and knees and climbs back up.
Beautiful Osotogari there from Lutterbach. Clay Collard right back to his feet, though.
It's interesting to me that Collard is willing to go to that clinch and go to that double underhook position. I would think he'd be trying to clear that, stay in that range, and throw those inside combinations and use those boxing hands.
Nice work by Collard fighting the underhooks back in, and he's able to reverse the position with 90 seconds remaining in round 2.
And Randy, you were talking about that unorthodox style from Lutterbach, and I think that really has thrown Collard off. It's hard for Clay to get his rhythm out there.
Yeah, everything's coming from weird places and weird angles. It doesn't come like every other boxer he stood in front of.
You can see Lutterbach hangs his hands down here around his waist, then he throws these awkward punches, kicks come up behind him. Now Collard plants his forehead on Lutterbach's chest and goes to work on the body. Takedown attempt, sprawl there from Clay Collard. Lutterbach's able to get him to his knees. Collard uses the cage to get back up. Lutterbach reaps the leg out. And there's a Kimura grip there from the bottom by Clay Collard. As we approach the 30-second mark here in round number 2. Collard using his right leg to kick the hips away.
This is where he's got to be careful with that front choke. Okay, he transitioned to the back.
Ten seconds remain in round number 2. Collard goes on the offensive, and he'll walk back to his corner casually. Inside the cage, third and final round. Clay Collard, red and black trunks. Joilton Lutterbach, black and gray. There's your FPR for round number 2. Slight edge to Clay Collard in a closer round there. Little switch foot right hand there from Clay Collard, showing Joilton Lutterbach some different looks. Bending himself down a little lower to avoid the takedown attempts potentially. Lutterbach continues to back up.
I think this is a better look for Clay Collard. He's coming behind his jab. He's feinting his way in a little bit more. His stance is lower.
I agree. If he'd have come out in the first round like this, it would have been a different outcome in that round.
Yep. And again, against these unorthodox guys, it could take a little while for you to adjust and get your rhythm. And Clay is coming on late here, but is it enough?
This is the last round between these two lightweights, which means Claressa Shields comes up shortly, making her MMA debut against Brittany Elkin. More body work from Clay Collard. Continues to fire with the right hand. A couple of knees sneaking in from Joilton Lutterbach. Collard does need to respect those knees. We saw him nod his head in acknowledgement a little bit earlier in the round when one landed.
Yeah, much more methodical, hunting him down, biting him and measuring that space.
Right hand and a clash of heads there as both moving forward. None worse for the wear. More body work. Clay Collard does need to be careful as those knees come right up the middle. Sprawl from Collard.
That's 2 takedowns in this round that he's stuffed. He's definitely bent his knees, and he's calculating his forward motion a lot better in this round.
Collard appears intent to work on the body of Joilton Lutterbach. Whether his corner told him to or not, he is getting after the Brazilian's body. The Brazilian German's body, I should say. Lutterbach is representing.
Oh,
big right
hand.
Well, he's got a chin, I'll give him that.
There's no question.
We saw it in his first fight. We're seeing it again tonight. Nasty low kick on a planted leg, and Clay Collard either playing possum or he felt it.
See, it's those blitzing style combinations that is getting Clay in trouble, and it's allowing Lutterbach to level change and hit those reactive takedowns.
Inside of 2 minutes remaining in the third and final round, Clay Collard underneath Joilton Lutterbach, who has now tallied 7 takedowns in this fight.
Clay trying to create some space, looking for shots there. Might be trying to set up an omoplata there. He's going to have to create an angle, but he's got to find a way to get back to his feet.
He'll use the cage in that attempt as Lutterbach locks his hands around the waist of Clay Collard one more time. Drags him right back down. Collard rolling for a leg here.
Look at this.
Trying a knee bar.
Hammer fist to the side of Joilton Lutterbach's head, giving him 2 things to think about. Getting
Got that knee bar deep. He's got that knee bar deep.
I don't know if he has the angle quite yet. If he can adjust
Lutterbach
his
turned
hips.
his hips. Yeah,
Yep.
Lutterbach turned his hips just enough.
Nice attempt. Oh, wow. Look at this.
And down!
Oh, man, Hughes with that.
Oh, big takedown by Lutterbach.
30 seconds remain.
Wow.
In a lightweight contest, Clay Collard already carrying 6 points. Joilton Lutterbach fighting for pride and an extra check after missing weight ahead of this bout. Kimura grip attempt here from Clay Collard. Inside of 10 seconds, and they will ride it out here to finish. That's the end of our co-main event. Clay Collard in the red and black, Joilton Lutterbach. How will the judges see this one? There's our Cagenomics stats bundle presented by Geico. Clay Collard threw more and landed more, but 8 takedowns is a significant number. Take a look at the Rich Energy Fighter Performance Rating. Interestingly enough, FPR gives this fight to Joilton Lutterbach.
Couple close rounds, though.
Let's check out the Verdict Global Scorecard. With Verdict, you, the fans, get to be the judge. And here's how fans scored the card. Fans disagree with FPR. They say, no, 2 and 3 went to Clay Collard. FPR says Lutterbach. Fan vote says Clay Collard. Randy and Kenny both say Clay Collard.
Yeah.
Close one, though.
Yes.
Yeah, very close. Tough to I mean, how much of that third round did he spend on the ground? That's the real question here. And I thought it was about 90 seconds, maybe almost 2 minutes. The first 3 minutes was all Collard.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that round 3 for me is the close one, and it's going to come down to whether it was more damage from Clay on the feet or whether it was the control on the ground from Lutterbach.
Guys, I'm not a judge, but to me, Clay Collard pretty clearly won round 3 because more impressive work on the feet, and even when he got taken down, no offense from the top, really.
Absolutely.
By Joilton Lutterbach.
I see it the same way, I do.
Yeah,
but
to me, that's a pretty clear-cut round. I disagree with FPR on this one. I disagree with the judges if they see it a different way. But again, I'm not even part of the verdict fan vote. I can't even text in to vote.
More importantly, you agree with me and Randy, so that's what's really it's all about. No, it was a close fight, but I agree. It was Clay who was really landing more on the feet, and I thought that if Lutterbach was a little bit more busy from that top position with punches, that would have been the difference.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
He was on top, but he had to defend himself. Collard was framing and punching.
Right.
If he had elbows there, it'd be a different animal. Lillian Garcia lets us know what the judges think.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Donnie Caroli scores the contest 29-28 for Collard. Judge Eric Colin scores it 29-28 for Lutterbach. And Judge Dave Torelli has it at 29-28 for your winner by split decision, earning 3 points in the lightweight division and clinching a spot in the 2021 playoffs, Cassius Clay Collard.
Clay Collard victorious once again by decision. He goes 2-0 in Professional Fighters League action.